it's Anna, and I just got back from the theater from seeing American Made, and I wanted to talk about it desperately, so here I am. So American Made stars Tom Cruise, and it's directed by Doug Liman. And I am a big Doug Liman fan, mostly because of the Bourne movies. I'm a huge Jason Bourne fan. So it doesn't take me much to go see a Doug Liman film for that reason alone. I also am a big fan of The Edge of Tomorrow, which did not get the love it deserves. I really think you guys should check it out. It's not the way the trailers projected it. Okay? But we'll get off Edge of Tomorrow. We can talk about Edge of Tomorrow and its underratedness another time. We're going to talk about American Made. Okay, American Made is based on a true story. Now, when you see based on a true story, you're like, how actually based on true story is this? And I am not an expert on the subject matter, so I'm not going to say whether or not it follows the true story as closely or if it's a lot of dramatic license. But it follows a guy by the name of Seals, who is a airline pilot, just a TWA airline pilot, who gets recruited by the CIA to get himself involved in a hot mess down in South America, where he turns into a drug smuggler. Originally not his job. He decides to kind of step out of the lines, and all the chaos that ensues as a result of what he's done. Now, when I first saw the trailer for this, and my dad first saw the trailer, which some of you guys know this, I see movies with my dad pretty much every weekend. So a lot of times when I say, I just got back, literally, we just parted ways, and I've just returned to my house. He was thinking, ooh, it's Tom Cruise. He's going to kick some ass. You know, my dad gets really excited about those types of movies. And he doesn't. This is not a traditional Tom Cruise film, because you kind of expect him to be Ethan Hunt, or now, me personally, Jack Ryan. So, or not Jack Ryan. Oh, I just said Jack Ryan. I didn't mean that. I meant Jack Reacher. Although that would be interesting too. So to see him in a role where he really isn't a badass, he is a hot mess who just keeps getting himself deeper and deeper into trouble and has absolutely no clue how to get out of it. So he's a little more vulnerable. He's the pawn. He's a pawn of the governments, of the drug cartels, and he just can't seem to figure out a way to not screw himself. So it's a much more vulnerable character for a guy like Tom Cruise to play. So it's nice to see a little more range from him. The story is really well put together. This could be kind of boring if they had done this any other way. They use a lot of graphics. There's some fourth wall breaking. There's also, it's kind of just got this fun feel. It's a very serious subject matter. The idea of the U.S. supplying insurgents with weapons, about drug cartels and everything they do. This could have been a very, very dark film. And Lyman goes the completely opposite route. It's more of a comedy. I mean, it has kind of a sad ending. I'm not going to spoil it for you about what happens to Seals. But at its core, it makes it more lighthearted. Almost like Wolf of Wall Street. I wouldn't necessarily put it on the same playing field, but I got a Wolf of Wall Street feel from it, where this guy's doing some really shady shit, let's be honest, and they're dealing with the matter very lightheartedly, which kind of helps you stay engaged in the film, because this guy is so out of his element, and it makes the film really entertaining. My dad actually laughed out loud at one moment during the film, because it does tie in real life events, and they do use real footage of presidents, of Senate hearings, things like that. So my dad started busting out laughing when he saw something. He's like, oh, he got in a lot of trouble. So it was really fun for him, because he can remember it. I unfortunately was only born the last year that this movie takes place. So I don't have a real good basis for knowledge on this subject like he does. But he's like, yeah, I lived through this, and I remember this and this. And so that was really cool for him to kind of see a more modern history lesson, so to speak. Again, I don't know how accurate it is. I can't speak to that. I'm sure somebody maybe who's watching this could fill me in on how accurate this film is, but it does not paint the best picture of everybody involved. So, not sure if there's a message there, Lyman, but drugs are bad. Okay. I kind of got that feel a little bit, and the chaos and hell it brought down on this man's life and everyone around him. So, that being said, I really enjoyed American Made. I think it's great to see a little more original films being released, especially since this came out the same weekend as Flatliners, which is a remake. The original came out in 1990. That's ridiculous. It has not been that long. You do not need to remake a film or spread it or whatever they were trying to do with this. And I'm glad Flatliners flatlined this weekend because I want Hollywood to start making more films like American Made than films like, oh yeah, we made that in 1990 and it was successful. Let's do it again. Stop it. Just stop it. Okay? So, that being said, I'm going to encourage everybody to check out American Made, especially if you enjoyed Wolf of Wall Street. American Made, yes, just do it. So me personally, and being so happy, this is a 5 out of 5 for American Made. This is 5 glasses of wine, just in case you guys don't understand the system. It's definitely worth seeing, and I really recommend it. So what I want to know now is, what did you guys think of American Made? What are your thoughts on Tom Cruise and his career? So let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great week.